Hello. We are here with Parker's Pockets. They are just 2 days away from being 3 weeks old. And you can see here like little dark blue. His eyes are still, he's still kind of opening his eyes. This eye is not completely open yet. We're still working on that. But everybody else is pretty open. So even though we're just a few days before 3 weeks, and you guys didn't see their individual pictures last week because they were still eyes closed. Yeah, we got scuzz on you there. Fuzz. Let's get the fuzz. Yeah. So they're on their rug here. The floor is a little chilly over here, but it's actually incredibly hot in here right now. Phil keeps it incredibly warm for these tiny little babies, but we're still, you're doing a little shaking. Yeah. So at 3 weeks, they don't do too much here. You're not going to see a heck of a lot. And this little guy thinks he's nursing. When I was taking his picture, he just closed his eyes and was thinking he was going to nurse. Oh, you little sweetie Petey. Yes. So, okay, so look at my hand, and you can see how big these are. I mean, they're just tiny. Being at 3 weeks old and still fitting very well in my hand, you can see they're little. There's a big difference. Now, I put on there some, last week on your pictures, I had kind of noted the bigs and the smalls. There's 3 that I would call bigger and then 3 smaller. But, you know, they're still all very small. These 3 would be your smallest of the small. Little dark blue and what I call turquoise and dark purple. Those are all going to be the smallest. But they're all still incredibly small. The biggest and fattest are going to be orange, lavender, and dark pink. And they think that this longhorn is their mom. I'm sorry, guys. That's a cruel thing for me. Everybody except for dark blue has a wavy coat. Dark blue is our only curly coat. You can see the curl here. Yeah. Look at you. Oh, man. His hair needs to grow out. He looks a little poodly right now as soon as that hair grows out. And those eyes open. We got to get those eyes open. Look at you. They're just laying here, tails going. You think you're eating. Okay. We're going to do a fast video on them because they will get tuckered out fast. So here's our little turquoise girl who thinks she's eating. Hey, dark purple. Everybody else has a wavy coat. Non-shedding. Still non-shedding. Here's our lavender and our dark pinky and orange. Orange and blue are the only boys. Everybody else is a girl. Let's look at you. Okay, so orange, I'm in love with orange. I don't always tell you my favorites, but his markings. Holy cannoli. Okay, so he's got white on his nose and his paws. Look at that. And then on his chest. I love the white markings. Yes. Parker does this for us every once in a while. Yeah. Hello, hello. One thing on Parker's is, for instance, a couple of hers that have gone home that have been a lighter color, like even this purple, have actually turned red. It's usually the other way around. They usually, the red pigment usually fades. But in this case, in Parker's puppies, sometimes that pigment can actually enhance. So when looking for a baby, don't just pick it because of color, because you may have, if you're wanting a white dog, this is not going to end up being a white dog. This is not even an apricot. Apricot has more of an orangey hue to it. Let's kind of hold you up in the light here. More of a I don't know, a light peanut butter, creamy color. Almost, not the creamy mocha though. Lint from the rug here. Look at you go. Look at you go. So our peanut butter colors are, well, I guess lavender she's definitely a light red. Not really peanut butter. She's more of a light red. There. And I would say dark peanut butter to light red is our turquoise girl who thinks that she's eating. And then another peanut butter is our dark pink. It has a little bit of tipping, not much. Yeah. So at week 3, we're just really not doing much but nursing all the time and sleeping as often as we can. Yeah. We're going to put them in here with Mama in just a second. They were all huddled and sleeping, but I messed that up. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, they're so sweet. So our pockets, so everybody knows, they are definitely, so you can see maybe a size difference there between the biggest and the smallest of the litter. It's not huge, but for those who are wanting a super small puppy, definitely we're going to be in probably the single digits here on this little guy, and probably on her maybe 10 pounds at the most here on this one. Anyway, what was I saying? I think I was talking about them sleeping most of the time and what they're doing. At week 3, they're just kind of starting to get used to having a little bit of playtime. They kind of waddle around. At 4 weeks old, we're going to see more of that. And next week, we'll do more of their deworming preventative. Yeah. And that's usually when they get weighed. They usually get weighed in the first couple of days to make sure they're gaining, especially these tiny, tiny ones. We are so, so blessed. First of all, that she had 6. Parker usually only has 5, sometimes 4. And so a lot of times during those first 24 hours, we would lose one. And so she would normally give birth to 5 and then just end up with 4. But this time around, she had 6 babies, and all are doing remarkably well. Yeah, look at that. I love that little spot. Let's try to get down here so we can see you better. Yeah. You're just sitting there crying for Mama. That's just it. We gotta get your Mama back in here. Yeah. Listen to those sounds. Listen to those sounds. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You guys are just too precious. Look at you. Okay, so we have the final 3 picking spots available at this time. I have not been able to get any confirmation from 2 that were on the list, and then because we had 6, I only reserved 5 spots because she's never had 6 that actually all survived birth and went home. So the fact that they are doing so awesome, we actually do have the final spot available too. So 3 final spots. The first pick is already chosen a girl and a name. For that girl, they have not actually selected their puppy yet. So we'll be doing that on puppy picking and pickup day. Those are the same days. Oh, no, you're going to try to find another stuffed animal, aren't you? Oh, come here. I have to hold you. I have to hold you. Goodness sakes, you're just so sweet. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Oh, my gosh. These babies are incredibly sweet. Just because they're a small size doesn't mean that they don't have big personality. So you still have a Goldendoodle in a little body. You still have, it's not a small dog thing. In other words, they're not going to be skittish and run away and just go and lay in a corner. They actually are going to be with you. They want to be held. They want to be played with. The only difference is getting out a Pocket's energy is like running around your kitchen island for a few times. So kids that understand that little dogs can break are important. They do wonderful with little kids. They're not the kind that's gonna, be afraid and have some of that fearful biting or anything like that. It's just that they're really small, and so small children need to understand and be supervised that, a larger doodle jumps off the sofa, a-okay. A little guy like this, when they're still tiny, is could actually get hurt. So you just want to be really, really, really careful when you have little kids until once they're fully grown. That's not a problem. But in the small puppy stages, you just want to make sure you supervise. But still have a big personality. So it's a great lap dog, but you also need to play. You also need to get out and do stuff. A lot of people pick the pocket size who travel a lot and need them to stay small so that they can put them on the airplane with them. Full grown, they still fit in the carriers and can go underneath the seat in front of you. So that is definitely one option for people who are looking for a little dog to travel with them but don't really want a little dog personality. You still have this incredibly smart dog that's going to potty train and learn all sorts of tricks really fast. So look, we're all just kind of out now. So I'll do another video next week. 4 weeks, they're going to be a little more active. And oh my gosh, look at you. Sorry about my voice, guys. I think I've been talking too much and my voice box just isn't having it today. I keep going back to him because I just love that. I love that. Everybody here has more of a blocky face. The only one that would have more curl in him, of course. And because he's tiny, his little blocky face is going to take a little longer to show up. I just love you. I just love you. Yes. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Oh, let's take a look at Pinky again. And our little purple girl. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good weekend.